Welcome back, everybody. So, we haven't done one of these in a while, so we decided to do a little podcast for you.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yep, and we're just going to talk about some of the locations that we've been in and what we've done recently and basically how busy it's been.
Yeah.
And it has been very busy.
So I'm very much looking forward to this, Dave.
Yep, me
having
too.
a chat with you, so let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Okay, Dave,
Yes.
let's talk about the mines or the quarries.
Okay.
So quite a long time back now when we did those. We
Yeah.
haven't really done one of these podcasts for a long time. So, yeah, very interesting down in there, wasn't it?
It was fun.
Yeah,
It was great fun down there, to be honest.
good explore.
It was. The first one was pretty cool. I mean, we can't mention some of the things that we saw down there, can we? So,
No.
but nothing bad. Just we got asked politely not to say anything.
Yeah.
The first one was pretty good.
Yeah.
To be honest, pretty well kept and.
I mean, as regards to paranormal investigation, I don't think we got a great deal down there, really, did we? But it was very interesting to explore.
Well, the first one we didn't do an investigation, did we?
No, it was the second one.
Second
wasn't it?
one.
Yeah.
The first one was just an explore because we were looking for these entrances for a while and then we finally found it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
which we're not going to tell you where it is for reasons, but you know, it was a pretty good explore. To be fair. I really enjoyed that one, to be honest.
Yeah.
One of the best ones we've done recently.
Yeah, I enjoyed the mines we call them mines. They're not really mines. They're quarries, underground stone quarries. But yeah, they were interesting. I would really like to go back to those as well.
Yep.
At some point and have another look round in there because we didn't find everything down in there. We found quite a lot, but there's more to look.
Wow, it got to the point where Richard kept on getting us lost, so we had to abort before we got too lost because Richard thought we were lost. We weren't.
I'd say that's a lie. I'd say we had to abort mainly because Dave couldn't fit through many of the holes any further.
That's the second line. That was the second line, but the first one, we weren't lost. I knew where we were. I did. I knew where we were. But no, the first one was cool. The second one was a little bit more dangerous, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it was a bit more collapsed in there.
Yeah, it was
They were really interesting. Moving on from the mines then, what did we do after that? I'm just trying to cast my mind back. What came after that?
Oh, we've done so much. Recently we've done a lot.
We've done a few churches, haven't we?
Yeah,
different
a few churches again. I went back to Russia.
Yeah.
Got some good bits and pieces there, and then we had the one at Everley, didn't we?
Yeah.
That was a good little one. That was the first one where we used Echo Box.
Yeah. Well, Echovox is a good talking point as well, because last time we did one of these, we didn't have Echovox, did we? We only had Necrophonics.
Yeah.
And you really like Echovox?
I am still in the testing phase of Echo Box at the moment. I'm still trying to figure it out, and I'm not going to lie, there's been some absolutely fantastic responses coming through on that.
Yeah. Yeah, we have had some good ones.
But I'm still in like the testing phase with it at the moment. Just trying to do different experiments with it.
Yeah.
So like stuff like when we were at the care home at Somerset, when we were reading off the whiteboard.
Yeah.
Didn't say what was on the whiteboard. I just asked them to read it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting. I remember seeing that.
So
we've been doing a few sort of split ups recently, haven't we? So we've been going to the care home. I mean, our first venture to the care home was the one, we won't give names away because that's not fair. But the old care home that was really tumbled down, and so that was an interesting find for us. We were out looking for that.
No, we weren't.
We weren't looking for that. We were looking for another old church, funnily enough, and we stumbled upon that place. And it was a great find. Dave wandered off and tried to get in, and ended up meeting some people also trying to get in the middle of a field.
Yeah.
And eventually we found, after different visits, we've found an easier way in now, which is quite good.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the first time we went there.
Okay.
The first time.
Is that the explore?
Yeah, we just did an explore round.
Yeah, so that was when I went in with Kit.
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
So, obviously that's a huge old place.
Yes.
What was your first feelings once you sort of got into there? And
Paranormal wise?
Yeah.
So, when I first walked in, I was just amazed by how much it had been destroyed. When obviously you've seen the videos of this place. It's massive. It's a good 200-300 years old. I can't remember quite how old it is, but it's just in complete disarray. So feelings wise, as in like spirits, I was picking up on stuff, but I wasn't mentioning it. Obviously, Kit was there,
Yeah.
daughter, and I just was like. I kept my feelings to myself, but I could sense something in there. I could sense some sort of energy, but where it was just an explore, I just kind of just put it to the back of my head and just carried on exploring because explore was actually really good. Mm-hmm. I won't lie, even when we went down there into like the basement area, I did feel something then. Mm-hmm. But I just kind of put it to the back of my head and just focused on the explore on that occasion.
Yeah.
But the feeling that I had is what sparked the first investigation there.
Yeah.
That's when I said to you, we're going to have to go back.
Yeah.
Investigate.
Yeah. And so. I'm trying to jog my memory now because it's getting a bit crap. Did we go back on our own first, or did we go there with Kareem from?
No, we went with Kit.
Went with Kit first of all. First one was Kit.
The first investigation was with Kit.
Yes, I remember.
That's when we had the response of cat balls and care homes.
That's right. Yes, I remember. Yeah.
Which was an interesting investigation. That one.
Yeah.
Not as much happened as the next time that we went.
Yeah.
But there was something there, definitely.
Yeah.
You could feel it. I could sense it. I don't know about you, but...
Yeah, no, I got down in that cellar and along that floor there, that was for me where the main activity was, should we say. And it did feel quite dark and sinister in that little section.
Yeah, there's something down there.
Quite dark and sinister in there. And that was good. And then, third visit, we went with Kareen.
From Argos Real.
Yeah, that was you, me and Kareen, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that was a really interesting investigation, that one, I've got to say. That was we sort of split up, did 3 little separate investigations. We did investigations together. We literally covered the whole of the place. We were probably there for 3 hours, something like that, on that one.
When we say we covered the whole of the place...
Well, we did. We walked
areas.
most of the place, and we tried different areas and did what we could do. Yeah.
But there was more in that investigation than the first.
Yeah.
I think whoever was in there was either warming to us or they just kind of figure out what we were doing.
Funny, isn't it? These care homes, they give off a certain vibe, I guess, is the way I would describe it. And
well, the thing with this care home is, for me, it's because where it was shut down by the CQC. For reasons of abuse and all that kind of stuff, and you just had that sense and feeling that it was just not nothing bad, not nothing sinister or evil, just negative or a bit darker.
Yeah,
and it kind of felt like they were fighting each other.
Yeah,
the people that were being abused and the spirits of potential people that have been abused, and potentially the spirits of nurses that worked there in the past. Whoever could have been. And it feels like there's a bit of a conflict in there. Yeah. So it's an interesting place.
And then the next visit there, you went back with Kareen. Just you and Kareen.
And that was yesterday.
Yeah. I know you can't reveal too much of that yet, but how did it go? Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give too much away of what happened, but something I'll see if I can put this in a way where I don't give anything away. Me and Green, Richard couldn't make it yesterday, but me and Green decided to go back because of an EVP that was captured.
Yeah.
At the end of one of the episodes, that's what prompted the return back there.
Yeah.
What we didn't know is that EVP wasn't quite what we thought it was.
Okay.
Which I will show you some of that footage later on after this podcast.
Okay.
But something else. It was very different.
Well, I won't make you spoil it. We'll wait. I'm looking forward to seeing the episode as well.
Yeah,
So.
I'm keeping this one. This one isn't going to be out for a while, but
yeah.
There was a lot going on yesterday, and I'll be honest, the only thing that I can probably give away is that you do see a very, very different side of me in this episode. So.
Okay. So moving on from that one.
Yep.
The other care home that
yes.
we've been to. Again, that one...
We're on a care home run at the moment.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of care homes. Churches and care homes. That's what we love.
But we might tell you a few locations later.
So,
They're coming up.
This one... We went there first for an explore, didn't we? That was our initial look round. Yourself, me and Chris.
Yep.
It was really easy to get into once we found it. No difficulties getting in. Everything was wide open. But it had a funny feeling to it, and straight away once we started investigating, we seemed to be getting responses on EchoVox.
Yeah.
Quite good responses, asking us to go to certain rooms, getting names coming through, which again was very good. And then you and Corrine went back to that one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened then?
Well, I can say whatever. Let me start again. I can say what happened now because the episode's already aired. So, some very, very interesting stuff started happening in there, which is not necessarily paranormal. Okay, so we had some great responses coming through on the EchoVox. As you've probably seen, you had the responses through on when I asked to read the words on the whiteboard, and then there was other things at play in this place. And we started hearing noises, like some whistles, and you had that very, very strong sense that you weren't alone. Like I said, not necessarily paranormal, but I think there was definitely the human element in there. And when we...
So what are you thinking? There was somebody in there as well?
I think there was. I think there was actually somebody sleeping in there. Because we're on the EchoVox in the communion room. We asked, so what room are you in? It went 3. So we went, okay, we'll go to room 3. We went to room 3 into that corridor, which is just by the stairs.
Yeah.
And immediately I could smell cigarette smoke.
Right.
Not strong, but I'm a smoker. I can smell that from a mile away. And then we started hearing distant voices.
So where do you think they were? Up in the roof or something?
No, in the bit where we decided to get out of there.
Yeah.
That was downstairs. That was on the bottom floor.
Yeah.
I suspect that they could have been up in the roof as well, because there was obviously the bed against the wall into the loft space. And you can see that somebody's obviously been out there.
Yeah.
So potentially... I think there was somebody else in there, to be honest. Myself.
Okay.
It was just one of them. It was just like...
But previous to that, you did get some good responses.
Yes. There's some good responses for on the EchoVox.
Yeah.
That showed up. Mm-hmm. And obviously a little bit of catball activity. And the female as well. Now, that one was different. Because I heard it with my own ears, and it's, where the sound is, it seemed to come from that direction.
Yeah.
And you can see down the corridor.
Yeah.
We didn't see anybody in there.
No. And that is the thing for me. I think, because these places are quite old, if there is anybody in there, you would hear them rattling around, though. That's what I think. Because, when we split up and we go our separate ways, we're not making a huge amount of noise, but you can definitely hear the other person moving around.
Definitely.
And that's the only thing that makes me uncertain, because I listened really carefully to that episode. I couldn't hear a lot of people
I
of
get
anything in
that.
the background. But then I wasn't there. I'm
But
only
being
listening
there, the video and being there is two very different
Yeah.
things. If I'm feeling like I'm sensing somebody there, human, and I'm worried about going to a certain area because I feel
might be somebody there.
Then yeah,
Fair enough.
but yeah,
Okay. What else have we been doing then, Dave? What else?
all sorts.
Care homes.
We've done an ammunition tunnel. Not a huge amount happened in there.
Yeah, that was another one out near where the other tunnels, well, not tunnels, but the other quarry areas that we looked at.
Yeah, we've done that. We've done West Kent Long Barrow.
Yeah, that was quite an interesting one.
This Sunday's episode.
Yeah, so we can't talk too much about that. That was quite interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, we've done all sorts of little different bits and pieces, churches. I'm sure there's something else that we've done. I just can't quite remember it. But
I went to Bratton Church on my own. That was quite interesting. I tried a couple of new apps in there and totally messed them up, which was quite funny. I still haven't really gone back and tried them again yet, but we will do. Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
The apps is a funny thing, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
A lot of them we're not overly impressed with.
No.
But I still like to try them because it's all very well going on what other people have said, but until you try these things yourself and give them a go, you can't really be certain whether they're of any use or not. You know, I think it's good that we give them a go. We might only put them on the phone, take them, try them, and think, well, that's rubbish, I'll delete it. But at least we're trying them out before we write them off completely.
I am still sceptical of it.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, some of them Echovox is a funny one for me. I like it, and some of the responses are good, but I don't know. Sometimes you think it's too good to be true, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know. I've had it. I mean,
but then I've also looked and thought, but where could it have got that information? It's not anything we've said. We haven't talked about it, so. And
this is the whole point.
It can't have picked it up.
This is the whole point of doing these experiments.
Yeah.
I want to see if I went up to that whiteboard and went, "Can you say break or go home?"
Yeah.
And it come out with break and go home, I would go, so what's to say my phone or the phone I use to use it, even though I've got everything turned off on it.
Yeah.
Okay. What's to say that that's not listening and then just repeats it? Yeah. So hence the reason I went up to the whiteboard and said, "Can you say this word?"
Yeah.
It's like with the chair. Can you tell us what this is?
Yeah.
And we're just pointing at an object and seeing if they can name it, and it's there.
Yeah.
Now the only other theory I had is maybe that the app's connected to my camera.
Yeah.
Which is an easy fix. I just stick some tape over the camera.
Yeah, I know it's a
far-fetched theory. I know it's a far-fetched theory, but I think it would be worth covering all bases.
It takes that element away, doesn't it? Whether
What if when I got it up, my camera's like the app connects to my camera somehow and reads it. You just don't know. Hence the reason why I'm just going to put tape over the end.
Yeah.
Take away eliminate that possibility.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So, but yeah.
Makes sense. What else have we been doing? Oh, God.
Not a lot else apart from being out pretty much every weekend and investigating.
We've done a lot of looking.
Yeah, we've done a lot of that.
One thing I will say, obviously, the more we do this...
Done Chilmark.
Yeah.
Chilmark. Richard's only been there once.
I've been to Chilmark once. You've been there twice or three times.
And possibly going back again soon. So...
It's a question that sometimes comes onto my mind, and I'll just put it out there. You know, we do a lot of second visit, third visits to these places. Do you guys enjoy that? Do you think that's good? We go back more than once?
Well, we know the reason why I'm going back.
Oh, I know the reasons we go.
I wouldn't have gone back this time.
Yeah, no,
I wouldn't have gone back again.
I know.
But there is a reason why I'm going back.
Yeah, no, I know that.
This time.
I know that. But I just think sometimes... I don't know. It's doing the channel. It's understanding what interests people, as well. Getting that understanding of what everybody's really enjoying. And
the thing I have in my head is like, it's like with the cow, the first one. We did one investigation and then we left. And we just like, and I felt like there was more to get out of that.
Yeah.
So we went back again. Now, I honestly thought that was going to be my last time there. I honestly did. But the Eva Keen at Korean Court, I was like, I had to go back again. And all that. I had to. It's just where I had to go back. So,
nothing wrong. I'm not saying there's anything wrong going back, because I've been back to some. I'm just asking people's opinion.
Yeah.
Is that something they enjoy, or is that something that they think, oh well, I've seen this before? You know.
I mean, as long as there's more, as long as we get more,
it's all good for us.
We'll not say get more. What I'm saying is like, it's like, okay, so like with the other care home we've done recently, I have no intentions of going back.
No.
But the first one, it's just, I was being drawn back there. It's like North Newton again.
Yeah.
Basically, and we did North Newton
4 times?
4 times.
Yeah.
But it's because I felt like it wasn't over, and I can't let it rest until I've, you know, for me anyway.
And I'm not in dispute that I think, you know, because we don't just do this channel for the sake of doing the channel, I suppose. We do it because we, if YouTube wasn't a thing, we would be doing this anyway.
Yeah.
That's the thing for me. Yeah. But also I'm also very conscious that, you know, now we are doing it and numbers are starting to grow. It's trying to make sure we're giving the people who watch us what they want, I guess, as well.
Well, that is a good point, because this is now what's going to lead into our next little topic of conversation. That we are been searching for new locations, brand new locations, and we have potentially found some.
Yes,
we're not going to tell you what they are.
Yeah.
But we have potentially found some locations. And I can kind of say this, but I can't say this. You do know about this. Is that there is potentially a very big investigation coming up.
Yeah.
And it is another collab.
Yeah.
And hopefully this one plays out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's something different. Well, when I say it's something different, it's big.
Yeah.
It's going to be big. But yeah, we are looking for fresh, brand new stuff to give you.
It does take a lot of time, doesn't it, doing this stuff?
Yeah.
You know, trying to find stuff. Dave does a lot of the editing and posting stuff up. I try and search out what I can site wise, and that's, you know, and we get in a car, we drive off on a Saturday, and quite often we'll go out Saturday and Sunday and find absolutely nothing.
Yeah, we've had it recently for the last couple of weekends.
You know, because we're having to go further and further afield to find anything that's of interest.
Yeah.
So we've been doing a bit more research and looking at different things, seeing some new and interesting places we can go to, which will be cool.
There's plenty to come up anyway.
Yeah. One thing we do have to talk about though, Dave.
Yeah.
My shorts.
What about
my shorts?
Yeah. What about them? Was it?
Sometimes Dave doesn't post my shorts.
I do?
It's quite disturbing.
I posted every single short that Richard's given me.
Sometimes I do shorts. Dave doesn't put them out.
I put up every single one. Every single one's gone up. And he's still moaning.
Collaborations, we're doing a few of those now, aren't we? Yeah. We've been meeting up with Kareem from Argos Reel.
Yeah.
Great little channel she's got, and we both really enjoy working with her. She's fun, and she keeps it real as well for us. You know, sometimes we have a little joke, we have a little laugh, but then it gets serious, and we all knuckle down and do what we have to do. Yeah, it's been really fun doing the collabs.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. But no, yeah, the collabs are really good. really, really good. And obviously we teamed up with Kit.
Yeah, Kit as well.
And
been interesting with Kit as well. We've got, like I say, we did the care home, didn't we? There.
Yeah, and I finally met Cara from Open-Minded Wanderer.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've not met Cara yet.
No, that was at Coombe Gibbet.
Yeah,
which we've investigated before.
Yeah, and I think we're going to have a look at Coombe again sometime, aren't we?
Yeah. That'll be another collab with Creed and Cara.
So yeah, it's been an interesting time.
It's been busy.
Very busy.
It's been very, very busy. I cannot tell you how busy it's been. Very.
But yeah, we're still enjoying it.
Yeah.
We're still trying to, prove to ourselves that ghosts are real.
Yeah.
Spirits are real. That's why we do it. That's why we go out there. We just want that 100% proof. Have we found it yet? No, we haven't. We've had some interesting times. We've had some interesting responses. It's not enough yet.
No way.
It's not enough yet.
Still plenty more to do.
But we'll always stay open-minded and we'll always keep looking.
Yeah. So I reckon that covers everything.
I do. So again, thank you to everybody who watches the channel.
Yeah.
We really appreciate everything that you do, the time you spend watching our ugly faces on the TV or on the phone or on the iPad, whatever you watch on. We really appreciate it, and the subs and that.
Honestly, it does mean a lot to us.
Yeah,
it does a lot to us. To be honest, So it's very much appreciated. Let me put it like that.
Yeah. So I think it's time for us to bring it to a close.
Yep.
Yeah. So thank you.
Richard's got to make the tea.
Yeah, it's time to make tea now.
Richard's got to make the tea.
I make all the tea.
Yeah.
He never makes tea.
I'm around his house,
He comes around my house. I make usually in the region of probably 8 cups of tea per visit.
2 cups of tea.
Well, I have limited him recently because he's started to. I have tried to show him where the kettle is. It's been quite difficult getting him to understand how the kettle works and things. But, one day maybe he'll make me a cup of tea. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it?
I do, but not today.
And then pubs, Dave.
About pubs. We're supposed to be finishing
I
this
know,
off.
but we've got to finish off with pubs.
Oh, I thought.
Because we haven't talked about one thing that's been really interesting. So
can't believe it. We actually forgot about that one. I cannot believe we actually forgot about it.
Just jogged my memory right on the end.
I was just trying because I remembered the radio station bunker in Hare Warren as well.
So the waterfront.
Yeah, the waterfront episode.
So we've done 2 of those. 2. That's quite interesting in there, isn't it?
Yeah,
quite like it in there. We did first one where we were just in there on our own, and the second one we did with a few of the people in the pub.
Yeah,
sort of around.
Good responses in there as well.
Yeah, there was some really interesting responses there.
It's a great book.
And again, we're thinking of going back and doing the ground floor of that place.
There's more going on downstairs than there is upstairs.
Yeah. So that might be another episode.
Just a little mini one.
Coming up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, forgot about that one.
Yeah. So, anyway, it's been lovely having a little chat with you, Dave. Yep. Now I'm going to go and make you a nice cup of tea.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Bye
all.
Have a great day, everybody. See you later.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.